can only chase the innovators, and you can also create and be innovative, if that makes any sense, right? It's just what I talked about yesterday, being able to establish your own and play like your own. Look, Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Uh, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content, all of my videos. I'm back on deck. Everything was a little shabby for a little bit, man, but I'm back on deck. You know what I'm saying? For real. And, you know, put my best foot forward in everything, rightfully so, like I do. Now, Steph Curry and Ray Allen's games are nothing alike. Okay, and some people are gonna freak out and go crazy. Ah, what do you mean? Ray Allen, no, he shoots 3 pointers too. Da, 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 da. No, dumbass. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. If you go back into time, all right, and you go back in your archives, I'm talking about even before Ray Allen started playing for Milwaukee, when he was playing for UConn, Ray Allen was a slasher. And Ray Allen would come through the lane and dunk on your ass. Okay, Ray Allen attacked the basket. Now he was to me, like he penetrated a lot better than a lot of guards. But I think a lot of people Ray Allen and Curry played the same, or somebody like Reggie Miller and Steph Curry played the same. And it's not. Listen, I don't want people to think that I'm trying to discredit Steph Curry because that's not what I'm doing at all. Matter of fact, what I'm trying to tell you is that Ray Allen didn't play like Steph Curry, and they played two different damn positions. Okay, listen, coming out of college, as I stated, Ray Allen was a slasher. He attacked the basket, and everybody knows that he was a shooting guard. Occasionally, he did play the small forward position. A lot of people don't realize that, And on occasions, he would handle the rock, but that that wasn't his duty. That's not what he was called on to do. And a lot of people don't understand too. Ray Allen got it in the mid range. He did a lot of shots in the mid range. And if anybody wants to go and go check and all this other stuff, go ahead, do it. Be my guest. When you were playing in the Big East during that time, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the rivalries that went on, you know, it would be UConn versus Georgetown, or Georgetown versus Syracuse, or Syracuse, versus Providence, or Providence, back in those times when the Big East was really when it was really on and popping in the Big East. And I can remember one time when Ray Allen and AI would go at it. Right? That was a big rivalry. They wasn't out there just Ray Allen wasn't sitting out there just shooting threes, shooting threes, shooting threes. But if you go back into the course of time and you go look at Steph Curry, guess what? Guess what he was doing at Davidson? He was lighting our asses up over there at Duke with the 3-pointer. And also he would go into, don't get it twisted now. But Steph Curry, he came in already shooting like that. And Ray Allen, he evolved his game, I would say more so in terms of the 3 point, using the 3 point as just an all out weapon. He started doing it more towards I would say the end of the Milwaukee term, and then going into the Supersonics. That's when he really started to evolve his game. And then a lot of people don't know he's notorious and workouts before the games, and but his pre workout were, man, nobody had nothing on his pre shooting workouts. Like he would be working out doing like drills that you do in the off season before the game. And now, if you want to put that in regards to Steph Curry and them having some similarities, yeah, their work ethic is. A lot of people don't understand how hard Steph Curry works. Steph Curry got work ethic, and I think this off season he took it even more serious because he was preparing for the worst, just preparing for the worst. You never know if somebody gonna go down again. You never know if with all the stuff that's going on, the situation in the country, protocol. You never know if he knows. Okay, look, I'm not gonna be able to depend on every damn body. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen. So I got to put everything on my shoulders. I think he got hit with that the last couple of years. So he's made it a point to really show people. Now he didn't shoot that well last night. We know that against Indiana. He was 8 for 20. That's not that's a horrible game for Steph Curry. Even though he only 2 point or 2 3 pointers away from from getting Ray Allen. But the thing about it is that everybody wants to sit there and they want to compare these two, talking about, oh yeah, well they played just alike and all this other stuff. They didn't play. They didn't play alike. And people think that I'm knocking Steph Curry when I say that. I'm not doing that at all. That's not a knock. That's not a knock against Steph Curry. It's just that, like, Ray Allen, he was. I mean, he handled the ball. Don't get me wrong, but he became more of moving without the ball towards when he was in Seattle. Coming off screens and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's when he started doing more of what Reggie Miller and even Rip Hamilton. You could talk about a guy like Rip Hamilton, even though a big percentage of his shots were in the mid range. You know what I'm saying? And he was great at it. And they both went to UConn, of course. What a coincidence! But I'm pretty sure he studied Ray Allen. And I'm pretty sure that Steph Curry, picked some pieces from Ray Allen's game. I mean, listen, now if you want to talk about bits and pieces of picking out their games and stuff like that, yeah, there's of course NBA players bite from each other. That's what they do. Basketball players in general, that's what they do. They 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 take each other's moves. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, he picked from Michael Jordan. KG, he picked from Michael Jordan. He picked from various other bigs. You know what I'm saying? Uh, everybody stole from Hakeem Olajuwon. But in terms of moving without the ball, Steph Curry can do that too. He can move without the ball. Now they are making it tough from them. And Candace Parker brought up a very good observation too, when she was talking about how the Sixers kind of, my squad, they kind of put sort of a blueprint, not to shut him down, but to kind of put it to the clamps, because he did shoot for 6 for 20. He didn't shoot well against us at all. He didn't shoot well against Indiana, and Indiana did their best. Now he did have some 3 pointers where he absolutely could have made. You know what I'm saying? But he missed it, and he had a lot of space. But they were making it tough. They were making it as tough as they could for him. But then there were some shots where the degree of difficulty was like, whoa. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Ray Allen wasn't gonna pull up from damn near the logo. You know that wasn't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And he was playing during the time when if you kept shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting, guys were gonna do something to you to knock you off that pedestal, to think that you're just gonna sit out there and just keep on shooting and shooting and shooting. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a physical conference, uh, such as the Big East. So I want people to understand that, man. They were nothing. They played nothing alike, especially at the beginning of their careers. When you talk about college, and it's when you say something like that, I guarantee you people are gonna be like, "Oh man, Polo, man, he said they'll twist my words, and they'll be like, oh well, man, you saying Curry's trash and Ray Allen? No, I'm not saying that. Or you saying Ray Allen was trash? No, it's just that their games weren't alike like you think they are. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's chasing his record and everything like that, but and it's just like with Reggie Miller and Ray Allen. Reggie Miller and Ray Allen, um, they were alike in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways they weren't. When you talk about moving, without the ball and stuff, yes, they were alike in that sense. People forget Ray Allen was Ray Allen could run. I mean, not Ray Allen. Uh, what's his name? Reggie Miller could run the floor as a two guard early in his career, especially when he played for UCLA. I think I was talking to somebody a while back, and they were just like, all Reggie did was shoot threes, shoot threes, shoot threes. No, he did. He did everything. Reggie Miller did everything, man. But you gotta understand, man, that as you get older, you gotta be able to transition your game, and you gotta be able to evolve your game. That's the same thing we did. Jordan, you know what? Maybe I'm as athletic. I'm still athletic and everything, but I'm not jumping out the gym like some of these other guys. But I can still be cerebral, and that's what Ray Allen did. That's what Ray Allen was able to do. But see, y'all want me to get on here and cap and be like, they they played alike, or these guys' games were alike. No, they weren't. Anybody can tell you that. Anybody can tell you that. And then, especially like at this stage of the game, he's not putting Steph Curry a big percentage of the time is handling the rock. That's his position. You know what I'm saying? He's considered, well, a lot of people consider him a point guard. I consider him a combo guard, but he could play both. You know what I'm saying? He could play both positions, and he's handling the ball a lot. Ray Allen was playing with point guards. He was playing with point guards that were going to feed him, coming off that screen, flashing up on the weak side. That's what he was going to do. Everybody just thinks that Ray Allen was sitting there dribbling, crossing people up. Now, in the beginning of his career, When he was with Milwaukee, and when he played with UConn, yeah, he was gonna blow right past you and go to the rack, or finish a finger roll. Sometimes driving dish. You know what I'm saying? But when he was with Boston, and when he was with Seattle and stuff like that, oh, that he was just money. That's all he was about. And he really see Seattle is the place where he really started to, uh, in my opinion, that's just my opinion. It's all nah, fuck that. It's a fact. It's a fact. He he really started to lay the foundation, and started to be more of just a three point juggernaut. You know. And me personally, I'm gonna be real with you. I think he I think he sat and watched some tapes of everybody. I'm talking about Ray Allen, but one person that I think that he really watched, and he played for the same organization, was Dale Ellis. I really think that he was watching Dale Ellis, because I know Dale Ellis. He played for and he played for the Supersonics. I can't remember what other teams Dale Ellis had played for right off the top of my head. But at one point in time, man, Dale Ellis, and he was playing during the time when the 3 point weapon wasn't really, it wasn't an arsenal like that. So people got to understand that, and look, some people going to freak out when I say this. In terms of what's in Steph's bag, he got way more in his bag in terms of what he can do on the floor. Steph does than Ray Allen. He just does. He got more. He got way more in his bag. You know, Steph Curry is a better. He's a better passer than Ray Allen. Now, in terms of penetrating, I got to get an edge to Ray Allen, especially earlier in his career. People forget Ray Allen had a first step too. Now he wasn't like lightning fast, and none of that. You know what I'm saying? But he was quick. He was and could get to the bucket, and he could run the floor. But as far as ball handling, I would get an edge. I would get an edge to Curry, even though that Ray Allen, you know, he could handle the rock pretty good too as well. And you listen. If you go back, I know it was just acting, and I know that Hollywood, they kind of water stuff down in terms of what's truly going on in sports and athletics. Sometimes, if you go look at the movie He Got Game, that tells a lot of where how Ray Allen used to play. It does. I'm not saying all of it is like that, but it tells a tale of how he used to play. If you go look at that, look, he could blow right past you, get to the bucket. He could shoot that motherfucker. Man, he could he could get in that triple threat. He could shoot off the dribble. He could create off the dribble. And look, I don't want to. I'm trying not to get into who was better, who's not better, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll let the people decide on that. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, people are gonna say Steph Curry. I already know that. But then you got a lot of guys that might go ahead and say Ray Allen. They might go ahead and say Ray Allen. Me personally, like overall skill wise, I would give just a slight edge to Steph Curry simply because he can't he knows how to play make in terms of making guys better and stuff. And then also he could shoot it a little bit further than from what Ray did. And then this is another thing too, and I'm gonna go ahead and close on this right here. Steph Curry still got a lot of time. So when he gets that record and he plays several more years, it's gonna be damn near in dog. It's gonna be impossible for somebody to get Steph Curry's record unless there's somebody shooting it at that rate with that precision, with that accuracy, at that high percentage. You dig what I'm saying? I don't think anybody's gonna get it because he's on pace to set a record that possibly can't be broken for at least a couple decades. He's gonna be on this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar shit, because it took a lot of years for somebody, and now finally, just now, LeBron is starting to go ahead and he's gonna go ahead and get the record. So look at it from that perspective. So Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment, man. Make sure you like this video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications. Until then, man, I'll get at y'all.